Hello guys, welcome back to Audit Empire, the home of the best police encounters on the internet. Make sure to like the video and subscribe if you're new. Now, let's jump right into today's episode.
I don't need a tow truck. Somebody can come pick this up.
No, sir.
Sir, somebody can
You
come
cannot
pick my
drive no
vehicle up.
insurance.
I'm not doing no commerce.
You cannot drive with no
I'm
insurance.
not doing
Our first clip here is brought to us by C. Kaizen. So in this clip, this man is pulled over for what seems to be an expired plate, as well as as the officer finds out, he doesn't have insurance, right? He's not insured for driving this vehicle, which I believe in most states is illegal, right? For the most part. So let's just see how this all unfolds. Have a look.
Corporate Wayne, Detroit Police Department have a driver license, registration, insurance.
May I ask what I'm getting pulled over for?
Is your vehicle?
Yes.
License plate expired from March
March.
2022. You aware of that?
No, sir.
Huh?
No, sir.
Do you have insurance?
No, sir.
You say no?
No.
So
But
yes
this
or
is
no?
my vehicle.
Huh?
This is my vehicle.
Do you have insurance on it?
No, sir.
Do you know you're supposed to drive with no insurance?
Yes, sir. I'm
Huh?
going. Yes, sir.
Can't hear you.
I said yes, sir.
All right, let me see your registration.
May I have your name and your badge number?
It'll be on your ticket, sir.
You
want
have
me to-
to.
do
You
you
have
want
to
me-
identify though.
It's Corporal Williams.
And badge number.
It's 4198.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, I'll let you know what tow truck is coming.
I don't need a tow truck. Somebody can come pick this up.
No, sir.
Sir, somebody
You
can come
cannot
pick my
drive no
vehicle up.
insurance.
I'm not doing no
You cannot
commerce.
drive with no insurance.
I'm not doing no commercial anything.
Okay, you're
This
driving
is-
the vehicle. It's not insured.
But you
It's not
need you
insured,
need
so
insurance
you
if
get
you're doing
towed.
commercial work.
No.
Yes, you do, sir.
Hold tight.
May I have your supervisor? My license plate has expired. You ain't say nothing about registration. He said I was driving with no insurance. I gave him my ID, and I gave him the registration so I can eliminate suspicion that this is a stolen vehicle. And he trying to tow my vehicle because I have no insurance. But I'm not in the act of commerce. So you gonna throw it in here? Sir? Am I detained? Sir? Corporal. Corporal, come back here. Am I free to go? Corporal, am I free to go? Bet it up. All right.
So as you guys can see, the corporal just kind of throws everything through the window here, right? I'm not really sure if a ticket was included in that pile or if it was just, you know, the man's information and everything that he handed the officer. Now, we don't really get to know more of the story, but what we do know is obviously that officer was pretty rude in doing that. But as far as, you know, this issue here, I believe, you know, this man does need to get his car insured to be driving legally with it, and also the plate fixed up. So, but yeah, this could have been handled definitely better by the officer here, who's pretty rude from the get-go.
Well, I'm across the street.
This is all City of Dallas property right here.
This is public right away.
This is City of Dallas property, all right?
I walked along this right here, and there's no sign that says private property out there.
Our next clip is brought to us by the Batusai. Hope I'm saying that right. Now, let's check out this one. The cops pull up, pretty much like they're just out of the, you know, the gates of hell here. Fast and furious, if you will. And what do you know these officers want to deal with? Well, it's a man recording here, which, you know, he claims is in a public space, but seems to be getting the personal cars of the officers, right? And that's what they're unhappy about. So let's see how they handle this one.
What you doing, man? What are you doing?
Filming?
Filming what?
Public?
This is private property, dude.
I didn't see a sign right there.
This is private property.
I didn't see a sign.
Just, not to make it weird, man. This is, with all the stuff that's been going on and everything, we have to identify people that are out here filming these are our personal vehicles.
Over here?
You have an ID?
I don't have any idea.
Is this for like a school project or something, or
I'm just a journalist.
just a journalist?
Yes.
Okay. Like I said, this is basically this whole thing is a private drive. Okay. And if it's just for journalism purposes, it's probably fine and stuff. But anytime you're going to film like police stuff like that, at least go to the police station and notify them, because
Isn't it closed since it's Sunday?
the police department, man, we never close. It's right. It's not, like I said, it's not a big deal that you're out here doing it, but just with like they ended up having to put these signs up. That's why you got this big response coming out here on this, because we had.
Oh, I'm not part of
No,
that.
no, no. We don't know that. But when that stuff comes out, when somebody's in our parking lot filming our vehicles and filming officers, we have to check it out.
Well, I'm across the street.
This is all City of Dallas property right here.
This is public right away.
This is City of Dallas property, all right?
I walked along this right here, and there's no sign that says private property out there. So if
No,
it's private property, I might want to put a sign there because.
I agree with you.
Okay. I'm not trying to touch it, but I'm just saying, pointing right there.
Okay.
It should have been a sign.
That's fine. I'm not disagreeing
All right.
with you. But that's why we're out here.
All right.
What's
Is
your last
this
name?
wrong?
What's your
what
last
I'm doing?
What's your last name?
Am I under arrest?
I'm identifying you. What's your
For?
last name? I have to type a report about this. Okay?
I wish to not say nothing. If I'm not in trouble, then
You can please exit the property.
all right. I'm gonna stand right there at that corner right there. Is that all right?
Well, Sergeant.
What's going on, sir?
I'm just filming, but if I'm not being detained, can I stand right at that corner right there and film?
Sure. What's your reason for filming?
Well, if I don't want you to answer any questions, but if I can film right there, I mean, if I'm not in any type of trouble, can I film right there at that corner?
Up there at the corner is fine because that's a public right of way. There's a bus stop and everything like that. But when you come back here, why there's no signs posted, I'm telling you right now that, as a representative of the city of Dallas, this is not a place where citizens do normally have access. Unless you're here on official city business, I have to ask you to go up there.
Okay, well, I'm just letting you know there's no sign there saying that. Otherwise, if I would
I
have saw it,
understand
I would
that,
have
but I'm a
walked back
person
here.
serving you notice verbally.
Okay, that's fine.
But up there would be just fine, sir.
I understand. Thank you.
I'm Sergeant Illingworth. What's your name?
I'm about to leave. If y'all want me to leave, I'll just go ahead and walk over there. So, is that fine?
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you.
So for this, typically this is kind of something we see, right? Someone filming from a public location and officers usually approaching them, trying to identify them and get to know the story, right? I do want to say I think the officer, especially in the beginning, handled it relatively well. He seemed, like he was aware of these situations already and just said, he knows there's no signs here that say private property, of course, but and if he's a journalist, it's all good. Like there's nothing, wrong with that. And he suggests, maybe let the police officers know next time, or, handle it basically better. And I think that first officer did well, but then eventually he kind of passes it along to the second officer, who then tells the man, like, you can go record at that corner, because there's like a bus stop there and everything. So great, great on both sides, really, how it was handled. But we don't know the whole story again, just how far deep into possible territory this man recording could have been. I would say, overall, it did seem like he was recording from public area and it wasn't any issue. But then again, we don't have the whole shot here, the whole story exactly. But as the officer said, that corner was public right away, and so they asked him to leave where he is and to record over there.
Hanging out?
So you recording?
Obviously, yeah.
Yeah. Did you ask my consent for that?
Do you need it in Canada?
I'm asking you a question.
I didn't.
Should you?
This next one's brought to us by Agitate the Bear. In this one, we have what seems to be a conservation officer approach the man recording here in his van and asking him random questions, right? Now, it seems like the officer is just doing some, typical kind of a routine asking, and when it comes to a van sitting in the middle of the woods. So let's see how it unfolds.
Oh, not too much. Just cleaning up and enjoying some peace and quiet.
Oh yeah. What's going on today?
What's it look like? Hanging out?
So you recording?
Obviously, yeah.
Yeah. Did you ask my consent for that?
Do you need it in Canada?
I'm asking you a question.
I didn't.
Should you?
No.
You don't think so?
It's like freedom of, I don't know, freedom of photography.
Anyway, sir, I'm a conservation officer.
Sure.
Out of Owen Sound.
Nice. Oh, no.
Are you doing any hunting today?
No, I don't hunt.
You don't hunt? Okay. You doing any fishing today?
No, not today.
No? Okay.
I usually don't fish until summer. I do some walleye fishing up north and whatnot. Do you have lots of problems with that out here? With people hunting, poaching and stuff?
Yeah, that's what I do.
I just asked you a question, but...
No. You wouldn't mind if I looked in your vehicle for a firearm, would you?
I don't see why that would be necessary.
It's just a question. Yes or no?
No, I'd rather you not.
Okay, fair enough.
But I mean, the windows are open there if you wanted to take a look.
Don't need to. Do you have any game in this vehicle today? Any
Abso-
deer, turkeys,
Absolutely not.
fish, trout?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Okay, sir, have a good day.
All right, thank you.
Don't worry, I already know who you are, so it doesn't matter.
What do you mean? Like, I don't have any criminal record or anything like that.
So yeah, honestly, for this one, the officer, even though he kind of comes off abrasive a little bit and maybe rude for some people, I think mainly he was doing his job, right? There's a red van sitting in the middle of the woods. He is a conservation officer, so his job is probably to go check that out and also find if there's, any game in that van. And I think that's something that he was obviously after. And, if there was anything typically in the van, firearms, a game and whatnot. But at the end there, you actually hear him too say, yeah, I already know who you are, so it doesn't matter. So I'm not 100% what he means by that. Maybe he just knows this is from Agitate the Bear, or he knows that this guy does this type of thing. But again, we don't have this whole story, right? So pretty interesting the way that it ends. And I am also kind of wondering what this man was doing just hanging out here. Maybe he's just enjoying the scenery, because everybody loves this kind of cool weather and this type of nature, right?
And how fast were you going?
I was going enough to keep up with you.
No, sir. I was behind you.
To keep up
I was
with
behind you.
Let me have your driver's license. Your driver's license, sir.
Please?
Our next one is brought to us by Mask Fam. When you guys watch this clip, you got to give it up to this guy recording, right? He does a great job at just basically getting the actual truth out of this officer who stopped him for, speeding and a traffic violation and whatnot. But he does a great job at kind of breaking this down and getting the truth out of the officer. So see what you guys think. Have a look.
You got your driver's license, your insurance?
What'd you pull me over for?
Pull you over speeding. I should call the county out so he can go and give you a ticket for riding at exceeding speeding at 80 miles an hour.
What's your name and badge number?
I'm Sergeant Ford, Walthamville Police Department.
And how fast were you going?
I was going enough to keep up with you.
No, sir. I was behind you.
To keep up
I was
with
behind you.
Let me have your driver's license. Your driver's license, sir.
Please?
Your I don't have to say please.
Yes, you do.
License.
Yes, you do.
I'm going to ask you one more time.
Okay.
For your driver's
I'm gonna put in a report just to let you know. Okay. I have you on video, and I'm asking you.
Let me have your driver's license.
Be courteous.
I do not have to say please.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
You work for us.
Just for information, the first time I even realized how fast you was going was as you were approaching me from the rear. You was coming in and out of traffic, so I was watching you, and you kept
Say it safely. I was moving in and out of traffic. That is a passing lane.
It's a passing lane.
So I'm allowed to go in and out.
You're allowed to pass, but you're not allowed to exceed the speed limit once you pass. You're allowed to pass in the number 2 lane. But once you get into the number 2 lane, you're not authorized to exceed the speed limit at that point.
To pass a vehicle to go into a slow lane?
To pass a vehicle.
That's what that lane's for.
So you didn't even hear what I said. I said to pass a vehicle, you have the opportunity to speed to get around that vehicle. But once you are around that vehicle, and now you in the number 2 lane, you cannot exceed the speed limit at that point. You have to go back down to the regular speed limit until you approach another vehicle that may be going slower than you are, and now you want to pass.
There was no vehicles in front of me on the passing lane.
In the passing lane?
On the passing lane. No vehicles at all.
In the passing lane, no.
Exactly. So what?
In the
So
number 1
if
lane, yes.
number 1 lane is for the people to travel on, you have signs down there that say left lane for the passing
Exactly.
only. I use the left
Exactly.
lane only to pass.
Exactly. But once you got around those cars, you continue to exceed. The speed limit on this road is 55.
I wasn't exceeding my speed.
Yes, you were, sir.
I was?
Yes, you were.
How fast were you going if I was right next to you?
I was going as fast as you was going.
How fast were you going?
I was going at least 73 miles per hour.
What are you doing 73 and a 60?
What am I doing? No, I was doing 73 and a 55.
Oh, even worse.
Because I was pacing.
No, sir. You were in front of me
I was in
the whole time. Even down on Oglethorpe,
Oglethorpe.
you were exceeding the speed.
I was not exceeding the
Yes,
speed
sir, you
while I
were.
was in Oglethorpe.
Are you gonna lie in uniform?
Because I was in.
Are you gonna lie in
Because
uniform?
I was in the number 1 lane, so I was not speeding while I was in Oglethorpe.
You were on my left side, and then you moved over to the slow lane, and then you sped up. You were exceeding the speed this whole time.
The only time I exceeded the speed limit was when I came around those cars that was in the number 2 lane, and then I went around them, got in the number 1
Which I was behind you, right?
Yes, you were behind me.
So then you were going way faster than me.
I was not going way faster than you.
How is it?
Because the only way you could have kept up with me was you had to be going faster than me.
So how fast were you going?
I already told you when I was going.
So then you were
84.
exceeding the speed limit.
I was exceeding the speed
Why
limit.
were you breaking the
I
law?
was exceeding the speed limit when I passed the car on the right hand.
Why were you at 73 on the 55?
I wasn't breaking the law when I passed them. I got the opportunity.
73 and the 55.
I've got the opportunity and the authority.
No, no, let me correct you on that. Let me correct you on. No. I'm gonna stop you right there because I've been going back and forth with you guys on this issue. You have no authority.
You didn't let me finish what I was about to say.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
said-
You need to get it
I
straight.
said I had the authority to speed if I'm going to pass somebody who's driving slower than I am in the number 1 lane.
73.
I wasn't going 73 to pass them.
I have you on video saying you're at 73 and the 55.
Right here on this highway right here because I was making sure I kept up with you.
Sir. Okay.
That's what was going on.
We have it on video. You were in front of me, speeding, and you're gonna tell me that you're trying to catch up to me. Okay. I'm gonna let you know. I have zero respect for cops. Okay. All honest truth.
And you have
Because
zero respect for why?
because you guys power trip too much.
I don't
Okay,
power trip.
how do you go 55 in the 73 and then pull me over? What got you upset? Okay,
I'm not
was
upset.
the fact that I passed you, and a lot of cops around here they want everyone to go behind them because
I'm not
listen,
upset.
you guys are not above the law.
I'll tell you.
Okay.
You got me mixed up with somebody else. Because I tell you, I ride this road every day coming to work, and I get in the number 1 lane, and people pass me all day, and I just ride.
So then, what's the difference between you and I? If you're exceeding the speed that I was
The
going,
difference between you and those folks that was driving on other days is you were up to almost 80 miles an hour on a 55.
as you were 73.
Only trying to catch up with you. Only trying to catch up with you. That's all.
Oh man.
That's all I was trying
So
to
are you gonna write me a warning or a
I'm
ticket
not gonna write you
or
anything. I'm gonna tell you need to slow it down.
that's what you taught me for?
Yes. I tell you need to slow it down. That's why I stopped.
All right then. Have a nice.
So he essentially finds the officer trying to tell a lie, right? Going what, a 50, he's going 73 on a 55. And also this time that he was pretty much in front of this man recording. So, clearly there's some back and forth between these two. And, regardless of the situation, obviously if the officer was speeding even before he decided to pull this man over, he's in the wrong. So, interesting that he's trying to, kind of defend himself here. It's pretty funny, and you can see the guy recording laugh as well when the officer's just like, that's what I wanted to stop you for, was just to give you a warning, like tell you to slow down. So, he knows that he got the officer here. So, good work, man. Just drive safely. Thanks for watching till the end. Make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed the video and subscribe for more crazy police encounters like these.